family members of gangs, again, you've got to be very careful. If you're trying to build up a relationship with the victims, how would they perceive it if you're trying to speak to family members of a gang? You're probably going to defend them and say, well, actually, Johnny's a good guy, really, but he just had a tough upbringing. Depends on what you're doing. I have seen programs about prisoners after they've been released, and it's told from their perspective. So I have seen that done, but again, that's a very tricky territory because there were victims involved here. There's a reason that particular person was in prison. You do have to desensitize yourself as a journalist to a lot of these stories. The veracity at which they're coming at you as well also probably desensitizes you. But bear in mind, not only the stories that you put on the screen, but people are calling you all the time saying, this happened to me, whether it's to do with suicide, mental health, crime, social housing, rent problems. People are talking in negative terms on your mobile phone to you a lot. So I think, there's de-stress mechanisms. It's, if you carry that with you when you go home, it can potentially build up and be an issue. I know that war correspondents talk about post-traumatic stress years later. At the time they were reporting and they didn't realise the effect it was having on them. It was only in hindsight when they look back and all the kind of the blood and gore and the stories that they dealt with then suddenly came back. But for me, no. But I suppose maybe it takes a particular type of person.